You know what? Next week, Monday Night Raw will not happen unless I get what I deserve, unless I get my WrestleMania moment. You know it's the
Looks like that crowd knows what the fuck they're talking about.
Looks like that crowd is going to be as disappointed as every Raw crowd ever.
Not gonna lie, I did not know they were chanting Cody. I watched that clip, but I must have watched it on mute or something. But
I'm just back so I don't get fired.
They were chanting.
Hollywood George is back
By popular demand.
Ready?
on Monday Night Raw.
I'm going to have to say, I think I'm only back because these men want to be me and they know the women are here to see me.
I got fucking...
Woo!
I
Shout
got
out Trish
fucking-
Stratus.
I got fucking 2 chains on.
Shout out
Like I'm
the lead
fucking-
singer of Smash Mouth.
I got fucking 2 chains on. Hey, fuck
Yeah,
that guy.
shout out the ginger on
Fuck
Instagram.
that guy,
came-
dude.
man.
Hold on.
I forgot, what was his name? Nancy
Hardy?
or something?
We got fucking fans now and
I think
shit.
it was Hardy.
I
Something
guess
Hardy.
so.
Why wouldn't we? You know what I mean?
I must be catching some heat, though. I must have
Look at
pissed
this
some people
motherfucker.
off.
Harley
Harley
do with 2
15.
posts.
Harley.
Harley 15.
Let me know.
Harley. I knew it was something
You fucking
semi-feminine.
Look at your followers to following ratio, motherfucker. Get your shit up. All
This
right.
guy's my hero.
I mean,
What?
This guy's my hero. As far as I know, it's you. It's your
It's not
other
me.
account.
this guy's your
It's
hero.
me,
What is that
Austin.
supposed to mean?
It's me, Austin.
It was me all along, Austin.
It was me all
Unbelievable.
along, George.
I think I can't wait till you come out. Shave your head
Hollywood.
too for
I'm
it.
coming for you, brother.
I mean, the hairline's already going. Might as well.
It is. It is.
Might as
It
well
is.
shave it. We're all getting
Vince,
old here.
no, I'm gonna keep my shit like Vince. Vince is holding on. I'm gonna hold on to my shit. You should see me at when we have our WrestleMania fucking preview show. I'm gonna have a suit and I'm gonna slick it back.
The triple C, couple hair comb over.
Yup.
Whoa. Okay.
Double C.
Fuck that dude, bro.
The other C is that I'm cool. That's what it is.
Nobody fucking comes at Hollywood George but me. I got the
You're gonna hear
2
first.
chains on.
Yeah, that's why
I
you
got
did
the
come at him
fucking-
with your other Instagram
with the
account.
Cuban link. It
it's-
wasn't me.
It's Jimmy's burner account. Is really
Listen,
what it is.
Jimmy, the Timberlands I got on right now are worth more than all that Warwick Mall gumball machine jewelry. you
They're
got
not the
on.
same Tims that Eddie Kingston
right.
wears, right? Because they
We all
there's
know.
a sign
Well,
that-
listen.
Gabby Jeweler over in Boston. Go see him.
You want to be Hollywood.
He fucking
We
blanks
can't all
out
be
Patriots.
Hollywood, but you can pretend.
All right.
Let's get into it.
Did y'all see the sign that
Episode 7 of Legit Heat featuring your boy Jimmy Luca.
Gary the Saint.
Scotty Mac, excuse me.
And Hollywood George. Thank
Welcome
you for
back.
having me.
Yeah, welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
The
Hollywood,
moment of the
Hollywood.
week was Seth Rollins. Before we get into WWE this week, Seth Rollins hijacked some of Raw, a lot of Raw. I saw Raw, and you saw a little bit of Raw.
A little bit of it.
Were we the only two? It's all right
Yeah,
if you had.
not
You
really.
know, it's there's nothing to.
I was
Yeah,
at
it's-
I'm on
AEW
Cody
this week.
I'm on Cody watch, and I
luck.
watched Raw, and Raw was actually pretty decent all around. You know,
I mean, that's what they're doing. They're trying to get you to watch every week to see if Cody pops up, and they're bumping up the rating.
yes.
I turned in 2 weeks ago and watched almost the whole night.
Cody, it was Raw.
Almost
It was
over.
Raw from Chicago, and Seth Rollins must have interrupted that Raw like 3 or 4 times on multiple different occasions. People in between people's matches, in between promos. Finally, he got what he wanted in the middle of AJ cutting a promo on Edge because they're gonna have a match at Mania. Rollins challenged for that spot, and he got it, and he lost, and Raw closed out that way. So now he's threatening to hijack Raw next week.
Yeah.
Raw is
Which
not
means-
gonna start until he gets what he wants.
You know, I'll promise you I'll watch Raw next week then.
Yeah.
Because to me, it sounds entertaining. I like Seth
Yeah.
Rollins. I like him into. It sounds.
Well, what if he doesn't come out?
He's not going to.
They actually.
You don't think so?
We'll talk about that shit. Yeah, we'll talk about that. He actually, and Gary's gonna love this. Anybody who's a Punk fan is gonna love this. Raw being in Chicago, they cut Seth Rollins' mic off the first time he came out, and he did the whole like, "You guys are cutting my mic off" thing, and it kind of was like a callback to Punk, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
During the pipe bomb?
Yes. So we are looking forward to Raw next week, where Rollins is gonna kick it off and hijack Raw until he gets what he wants.
I don't know if excited is the right word. Maybe it's
Anxiety.
I am kind of. I'm
Anxiety.
excited.
Anxiety.
I'm pretty excited.
Excited to see you get disappointed when Rhodes doesn't show up at
There
WrestleMania.
it is.
I can't wait to see who they do pull for Rollins at WrestleMania.
Yeah, what if they just totally
Oh
just
my
swerve
gosh.
off and this
I hope
just
not.
come
I'll
have
quit
him come
wrestling
out?
forever.
Fuck out.
What if he's wrestling? I don't know. I mean, not Triple H because he can't really wrestle anymore. But like,
Shawn Michaels?
no, that's not gonna happen. Maybe. Oh, maybe.
It's gonna be Veer.
Oh my God.
It cannot
What if
be
it's Veer?
Veer.
What if it's
He's
Veer?
not.
What if it's Veer? Oh, then
He's
my
gonna be
God,
a Raw after
that's,
Mania
That's
guy.
gonna be the conspiracy of the week. It's gonna be Veer. He's been coming for weeks, and Seth Rollins is gonna hijack Raw. So he's gonna basically hold on Raw.
For some reason, and this must have been a very, very limp dick moment in WWE Raw history.
What isn't?
For some reason, it's giving me it's like bringing me back to the night that Paul Heyman had like his next guy, and it was Curtis Axel. Remember that?
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
That was when he used to come over for Raws.
Yeah.
And oh my fucking God, bro.
That was the ball was dropped. I mean, that was bad.
That was really bad.
Now.
I mean, it should have been Cesaro.
I thought like Paul Heyman guy, let's fucking go.
that
And
was
then-
dude. That was 2015, 2014.
All right, so
Yeah.
it's 1 week before WrestleMania. What do you, in your heart, honest opinion, we did it last week, down the line, what are your odds that you see Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins at WrestleMania?
We'll get there.
100?
100%.
All right.
We're gonna get into it later, but
Gary.
let's go to percentages here, and then we'll get into that stuff later. That's the main event.
60%. I know.
Oh,
I
you
know.
bumped it up a little bit, did you?
If it wasn't for
Oh,
fucking Chris Jericho,
he's joining the fucking bandwagon. Everyone, look at
I'm
that.
not joining the
How
fucking
about the
bandwagon.
Chris
I'm not
Jericho?
100%.
We'll talk about the Jericho stuff later because I want you to get into that too. But Hollywood
Scotty
George,
Mac. Hollywood George?
Yeah.
I'll go. We'll go in order. Honestly, I'm taking it down. What I say, I think last week I said like 65, 35. I'm taking it down to like 30%, 20%. I honestly, I don't see it happening. I don't
wanna
sign
be
the
my evil
contracts.
twin
I don't
so
do the
bad.
booking. So no, it's just I don't do the booking.
He's
So
gonna
I
be
don't
your
know what's going to
Bizarro.
happen. But to me, it seems more or less likely. I don't know. I think they're going to pull something special out of that hat, better than Cody Rhodes.
better than Cody Rhodes.
I still just
I don't
don't
think it's
see
better.
him. He doesn't need the money. You know what I mean? So
What if
what
it's
is the
Jay
point?
White? Now that AEW's not doing shit with him.
Oh my God. Well, no,
Thank you, they're
he
gonna-
wasn't with AEW. He was with Impact.
Okay, well,
He was just a Forbidden Door thing.
Scotty
What do
Mac.
yeah, Scotty Mac.
I kind of been I've been a little bit of flip flopping past few weeks, but I'm gonna go 90 10 because there's still that 10% of me that wants to believe that he really won't be leaving AEW, actually leave AEW, but with the fans chanting that loud, I mean, and all the dirt sheets are saying it, which I'm not trying to say I listen to the dirt sheets because those are always who knows, but. Actually, you know what? I did see that Kenny and Matt Jackson did like something talking about Cody going to WWE. So I feel like they're either trolling, like fuel on the fire,
Hard.
or they're saying, "Yeah, fuck you, Cody.
Let's
Go
talk
have
about
fun."
this. Let's talk about this later. But I am 100%. You know what I'm saying?
This motherfucker texts us saying he was 1 a.m. drunk, just bumping this. Though I will say, drunk 1 a.m. This does sound like it'd be a good tune.
all right. So
I was high.
I don't
as
know what's
shit.
worse.
So you
the
don't think Cody
music or
Rhodes
the
is coming
actual
out? You think
wrestler?
Stardust is coming out?
I don't give a fuck who comes out. I'm just for
Good,
all
it's
of
Veer.
it. But I'm
Congratulations.
one of the minority, and we could talk about this later. That actually enjoyed
Got a cameo
Stardust.
here.
I did.
Yeah,
You did. I remember you did. Yeah. I like
Any-
Stardust.
you guys-
Any kind of
I
weird ass
like
character I'm
I
down
like
with.
Stardust.
I like Stardust.
Yeah.
That's
Get
an
the fuck outta
embarrassment.
here.
All that stuff's an embarrassment
He
to
made
the
that
road
shit
team.
work.
Is exactly.
Stardust, Goldust.
This is
and
what
I love
this
Goldust,
is what
but
makes Cody. This is, and we'll get into. I promise we'll get into this more later. But this is what makes Cody as great as he is that when WWE handed him the shittiest fucking platters in the world,
They
he
wanted
made
him
something
to
out of
sink,
it.
and he fucking soared.
Yeah,
He did.
So,
He really did.
not to me.
not to you.
We'll get-
Wrestling's always been the same in ring.
We'll
but
get into Cody and what parts of Cody we want back and all of that. WWE this week. You mentioned something about NXT earlier, Scott. What you got?
Yes, I was just saying how I think the best part of NXT lately, although I did like that Miz and Rude and Ziggler are kind of now like a little thing.
Okay.
But I do like LA Knight. I think he's really one of the few people holding that place together. Or holding
Someone
that,
to watch,
that brand. Yeah, someone to watch.
I've
Yeah.
liked LA Knight. I've always loved LA Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's a good.
Eli
ring
Drake, whatever you wanna
performer, and
refer him to.
he's like got that attitude era charisma. That
Yeah?
like I think so. You don't think so, Scotty Mac?
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. I agree with him.
that's his.
Yeah.
That's his thing for who people don't know.
He's not super impressive to me. I haven't seen much from him other than his TNA stuff.
Well, see, then there's
But-
half the problem. You haven't seen his stuff, then how can you give it fair?
Because he doesn't make me
accurate?
wanna come
How
back
can
for
you give
more.
it fair, accurate judgment then?
Because I don't want to come back for more.
Oh well,
You
because
don't though, really?
That's when
He's fine. He's fine.
again. This is another one of
$1 million
Gary's
championship
dumb,
match.
opinions.
He's so negative.
So negative. Just why don't you put a little positivity, man, in your life? Come on. I
Yeah,
mean,
give me some positivity. I'll give it. But
I thought I was going to be the negative one in this podcast.
Side note: speaking of positivity, we wish Big E
Well,
a
yes.
very speedy
Yes.
recovery.
Oh, yeah.
because-
Very scary. He
Absolutely.
might be done wrestling because of the
I mean,
the
yeah.
two the two
but
that
he,
are,
yes.
that are
apparently
fractured,
it's fine.
No,
He
but-
missed.
He's he's
No,
doing
I-
He
it.
no,
was
I-
like near death though.
no,
Thank
I know,
God.
but like those
Yeah.
the two that he fractured are the ones that are like with
Yeah.
walking and like paralyzation. So
mhm.
like if one wrong, I mean, if he heals completely, then that's awesome. That's good because they're only I think fractured, right?
Mhm.
But like it absolutely could have been worse. It could have been a Droz.
Could've been dead.
It could have been he could
Yeah,
have been dead
for
It
sure.
could have been a
Career
Drozic,
ending.
whatever. What was his name? The guy that D'Lo Brown. It was
Draws.
Droz. Yeah.
Paralyzed.
He-
Quadriplegic.
Yes.
He runs. That dude runs Impact's developmental or something now, right?
D'Lo, I
Brown?
think
D'Lo
so,
Brown
Oh,
does.
yeah.
I think so.
Draws.
No, Droz. No, Droz.
Draws and D'Lo
is-
still talk. He doesn't hold any.
Yeah, which is good. I
It
mean,
is
that's
what it is.
that,
It's
that's
like a
good.
crazy.
Yeah,
you know what I
it's-
mean?
So
I mean,
how do we feel about I hate this name, Butch? Then
Are we going to getting there?
Butch.
Yeah, Pete Dunne, aka Pete Dunne.
he's
He was on.
he's the one that injured Big E.
No. It was
Pete
the other
Dunne
guy.
did that?
No, Pete Dunne would not do
He's
that.
going by Butch now, yeah, because he's with
Yes.
Sheamus.
Yeah, that.
It wasn't
don't,
Butch?
Don't get me started on
I
that
was-
fucking name. It's the other guy he's with.
It is. It's
Yes.
Holland.
Holland. Yes, Rich
Rich
Holland. Rich
Holland?
Holland.
Really?
Yes.
That's who
Yes.
injured.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's a shame.
YES. Yes. Yeah.
I tried to look. I couldn't even find anything on like video. I'm not that you want to see something like. I just
No,
want to
you
see
don't
what
wanna see
happened.
it.
You know what I mean?
No,
I
it
wanted
Because
to
the week
know what
after they were
happened.
fucking replaying that left and right, and I'm like, I
I
don't
think
want to see that.
No.
Was it that bad looking?
Yeah.
He landed on his head.
Yeah,
Literally landed on his head.
It was
It was man,
Tough. It was tough.
pretty bad.
Shout out to
And I've
Big E
been
either way.
a
Glad he's doing all right.
huge Big E fan since his Ziggler days.
Yeah.
I would say Big E was the next big thing. If he doesn't ever wrestle again, it is going to be a shot to the heart of WE.
It absolutely will be. Yeah, I agree.
They don't have another up and coming face. You know?
Not really.
These
Ian,
We
and,
had
Ian and I share a birthday,
right.
so he's young. He's in his mid-30s, you know?
yeah.
Oh, like a legit birthday,
Legit,
like
yeah.
Irish Twins situation?
yeah.
Or not
Well,
Irish
no,
Twins, but
well,
yeah.
no. Well, a few years older than I, but.
Oh, okay.
The AEW awards were this week. This stuff, people got to vote,
Yeah.
or was this a within the company thing?
I
you got to
have no
vote.
idea.
Yep, I
People
voted.
got to vote. Okay. Some of these awards are very unique. I've never seen them before, but times change. And one of my favorite ones that I saw was the best mic duel.
Ooh.
And clear cut winner MJF and CM Punk on Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yep.
don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
The Young Bucks versus Lucha Brothers in a steel cage match is the
Such-
100%.
One of the best matches I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What top 10?
I think
Easily.
match of the year in the last year. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. you can't
Honestly,
beat
I
that.
agree. These are like I thought we were gonna be some like arguments. In
No,
this
they're-
I mean, we can
They're
start at the top
pretty-
here.
I'm trying to argue, but I can't because I agree it was one of the best matches I ever saw.
Most of them, for the most part, we don't have to get into all of them. Most of them are pretty clear cut.
Wrestler of the year.
Wrestler of the year,
Oh, yeah.
however,
Oh,
is
here we can
very,
debate it.
very
All right.
debatable.
Seriously.
Yeah,
no,
no.
of the last year, no. That's
No.
cut. That's pretty cut.
I
dry.
think that's cut and dry
That's
for
cut and
me. But if you guys disagree, I want to hear
No.
your take.
over the last year.
No.
He is not.
Out of
The rest
those
of the,
those people, that person, no.
Nope.
No.
Kenny
Are you
Omega.
Not at all.
fucking kidding me?
Nope.
Who would you give it to?
you can go because you're gonna disagree with me. So
What
go
are you
for
going to say,
it.
Britt Baker?
Absolutely. The fourth pillar, Britt Baker. Why is that so funny? Who do you want to give it to? Darby
would
Allin?
Fucking,
Yeah,
Just
well,
not the
hold on.
fourth pillar?
Give me a second here, okay? Kenny Omega, who hasn't been around. We all just agreed on that.
He just
No.
stepped up.
We
This is
disagreed
for the
that
last
this.
year.
We disagreed that this was correct.
Oh, I thought we all said it's incorrect, and
No.
you guys had
No,
different
No,
opinions
they
then.
all think it's Kenny
Okay,
Omega,
so
think
you're
it's Kenny Omega.
All right, so Jimmy and
who
Scotty are
stopped
stupid.
wrestling in
What
And
the
then
fuck?
so
October.
Miro got injured out of there.
Yep.
Karushita.
Thank you. No.
It's okay.
Okay, I don't know. I don't even want to go further. Darby
Not Darby
Allin.
Allin.
Darby Allin on this list is probably second to Britt Baker for me.
What?
Adam Page, I don't like. Period. I'm sorry. He's a good. I just don't like him. Good in ring performer. I just don't like him. And Bryan Danielson. I mean, he just hasn't put enough repertoire
I would give
in
him
this
like a
year
breakout
for that.
thing, even though he's not a rookie, but breakout in AEW.
I mean,
AEW,
unless you want to say Darby Allin,
Nope. I was gonna give it to Paige.
what?
Yeah.
Wow.
He has come.
it
Holy
is the
shit.
end times right now.
He has
What
come
the
such a
fuck?
fucking long way, guys.
I mean, he has,
Wow.
but
And this was his year. 2020 was the year of Kenny Omega.
2020. What? No. What the fuck are you fucking jabbing on about?
2021 to 2022 was the year of Hangman
22.
Page.
No.
You're
Look how far Page has
bugging.
come.
Do you know how many belts Kenny held last year?
He fucking went off.
you know how-
and he won
No,
PWI.
and
This is the
AEW and
AEW Awards,
Impact
not
and-
Pro Wrestling Illustrated.
It
That
doesn't
sense
matter.
is
If
right.
he won,
matter.
if he won the Wrestler of the Year
Does
in
not matter.
PWI, he wins it in AEW.
Does not
Clear
matter.
cut.
No,
That's it.
What?
no,
No.
because PWI is all around.
Yes, but that's my point. If he won all
This is
around, then he
just
has to
what
win
did you
AEW.
do for me in AEW? Kenny Omega did not do enough.
Everything.
Not that
Everything.
not
Are
this
you
past
high?
year. No,
Did
he
you not
hasn't.
watch
He
anything
hasn't.
last
This is
year?
everything
No, he
around the
hasn't.
world that you're looking at.
Okay.
This is just what's being done in AEW.
Unbelievable.
If he won it,
Let me ask you a question.
worldwide,
Did Kenny Omega end 2021 as the world heavyweight champion AEW?
Yeah, but come
No,
on,
no,
bro.
not
I don't.
yeah,
I
but
don't think it
He
should
didn't
have.
wrestle
the
for
answer
fucking
is
3
no.
months of
The answer is
2021.
no. Did Britt Baker end the year last year as AEW Women's Champion?
Oh, come on.
Come on, so the whole year. 2021 was whose year?
I will
It was
say-
Britt Baker's. Period.
I will say I agree.
DMD.
DMD. Yes, I agree. I think
hate that he
Kenny
didn't
should
get a
have
point.
won this, but I agree with Hollywood George that Britt Baker's a very close second.
To me, she's a very close second.
Yes.
100%. 100. If you could give it to both of them, I'd give it to both
Yeah,
of them.
yeah. It
Kenny
could
Omega's
kind of be
third,
split
Darby
decision.
Allin.
Page, Baker, Omega.
I'm just surprised that you because I thought you hated Hangman.
I do.
Page is not even in the.
I mean, I agree
I
with
just not
you
that I hate
he's-
him. I just don't find him interesting.
Fair.
That's more
find
of
him
what
white
it
bread.
is.
I mean, he's definitely improved, but I mean, this past literally like a year ago, like Kenny Omega a year ago was Impact and AEW World Champion and AAA World Champion as well.
Yeah, everyone wants to draw into his drawing ability.
Then
Great.
how can you argue that he was not Wrestler of the Year?
In AEW, he wasn't.
Oh my God! All
What
right,
he just
if you
said,
wanted
he's
to
a big draw, he's
continue
not.
nonsense, go ahead.
Right.
What is he
I'm gonna tune
doing
out.
over there?
Kenny Omega? Are we talking about Kenny Omega still?
Yes.
Yes, what's- yeah.
He's not a huge draw?
No, he is a huge
Oh,
draw.
I was
but
about to
that's,
say- I was
but
about to
that's
say the
why-
door.
that's
George
why
has
you're
been-
so like
George
in
has
the
been told to
clouds
get the
about
fuck
him
out. That's
because
the case.
he's a big draw everywhere. We're talking about AEW Wrestler of the Year, not PWI.
He was the AEW Wrestler of the Year.
Yeah, but
Do they not
He
understand?
fucking
what they're
won,
saying?
guys. I don't know what else to tell you.
listen, and Kanye got
Right.
canceled the Grammys, so you
Nah.
tell me which was who's going to be better.
He won.
Whatever.
You can't
Yeah.
even argue it. He
No.
won. That's it. I'm
That's it.
sorry,
Yeah,
my choice
because it's a
won.
fucking fan vote.
Exactly.
But we all know that Marks ain't smart.
Thank you.
Yeah. I
Well-
mean, no, that makes sense. You're
Well-
you're a Bret Hart Mark. And you
Oh,
think
wait,
he's the
what do you
greatest
mean
of
you
all
two?
time.
Is that a Too Short song or Marks Ain't Smart?
Should be.
It sounds super.
That's gonna be the
gangster.
next one, the
Just throwing
acclaimed.
that- Yeah, just I don't know.
Yo,
Everyone
show
loves
us
the acclaimed.
show us the next ones from the AEW awards because there's a bunch in here that
We're gonna keep.
like breakout star. I'll give it to Sammy.
I feel
No,
like Sammy.
Dante.
I feel like Sammy should have won last year.
Hook
Yeah.
should definitely have won.
Ooh, yeah.
Hook should have won. And
Yeah.
I agree with Gary. That never fucking
was my
happens.
vote.
Yeah.
Between,
Hook shoulda won.
it should have been between Dante or Hook.
Yeah, because Sammy, I feel like
Sammy's not a
Sammy should have
breakout.
won last year. He's not
Yes.
a breakout at all.
Yeah, yeah,
I
He's
don't
not
know what that
breakout.
was
No,
about.
no, he's not breakout. I mean, granted, this is the first one, so
Yep.
I guess they want to give it to him. But
Jade winning breakout star.
yeah, that's
agree.
yeah. Nope,
I
that's,
agree with that one.
and yeah,
They're pretty
Yeah.
good in their opinion.
Best
Yeah.
moment on the mic?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, oh,
for sure.
returns. Yeah.
I don't know.
100%.
I would have gone MJF thinks the Midwest is mid because
There's too many good MJF moments on the mic to single a single one.
Am I
That
a
is fair.
Britt Baker stan? Britt Baker in Pittsburgh was. I remember that promo.
It was
Rebecca's
good.
the fucking man.
It was
I don't even-
good.
like not Becky Lynch, Rebecca.
It was good. No, I agree with you.
I'm sorry.
Punk returns.
okay.
Gary's gonna agree with that 100%. And I'm a huge
That was
CM
the
Punk
most-
fan. But
They did
MJF,
that so perfectly.
MJF thinking the Midwest is mid because he fucking started coming at Brian Pillman's family.
Oh, that's right. That was so good.
That was like the craziest. I was showing people who weren't wrestling fans who were like,
He was so out of pocket there.
"What the fuck?"
That was
bro?
legit
Yeah.
heat.
Yeah.
Right.
That was legit heat.
heat.
That was
yeah.
legit heat. I'll give it. CM Punk returns is a fine winner. I guess we all agree. Or-
I'm not mad at it.
yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
exactly.
This next
Not mad
category
about
doesn't make
it.
any fucking sense.
Yeah, best Twitter to follow.
and
Don't
it's
care.
not Nyla. It's the
No,
Bucks. It's the Bucks.
Yeah, it is. The
No,
Bucks.
Nyla
their bios are pretty.
Their bio-
funny.
yeah, they are.
And MJF's entertaining on Twitter.
That
too,
is true,
again,
yes.
So was Nyla.
Well,
Nyla's great.
Biggest surprise is a no contest. Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson debut.
Can we talk about biggest
Yeah,
beatdown
that
real quick
was-
before you get there? Because I don't see that as a beatdown.
New Year's Eve street
It-
fight.
it's not a beatdown. I mean, I
It
don't
wasn't
know.
a beatdown. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
what that was
Hangman
about.
Page and Bryan Danielson was not a beatdown.
I think what should have won was the many years send Darby Allin
yeah, I
down the
was
fucking
exactly
stairs.
thinking that.
Yeah,
Or Bryan Danielson kicking Colt Cabana's tooth
yeah,
out.
that's a good one. That was good.
Yeah.
Oh,
If your segment makes it into the introduction video, that should
Then
be
that
included
should
in the
be, yeah.
beatdown.
Yeah,
But
The biggest surprise is definitely
1,000. 1,000.
the best moment in wrestling I've seen in fucking like so long.
Because they swerved us with Adam Cole.
Yeah,
And then they said, all right, yeah, we'll give you Brian.
yep.
like
I remember that.
So good.
holy shit. And it's AEW does shit like this so much and so good every time that it has WWE. There's still WWE marks out there, ladies and gentlemen. It has WWE marks. Their one complaint is some silly one. They go, oh, Tony's gonna run out of shit to fucking come up with. He just dumps everybody into one show, whatever. It works.
It's a rotation.
It works. It's a rotation. It works. He's not gonna bro.
Give me 2 seconds before you move on now, because real quick, I literally was just thinking that as this week passed. Exactly what you said. Huge AEW fan. Don't see it being a huge problem, but again, last week I told you, I don't know if it would be adding a title or what, maybe. I just feel like it's getting like
It's
repetitive and
it's getting there, but I don't think it.
I don't know if
I
repetitive
think
is the word.
I don't. It,
but you
it's not
do
getting
see the same
repetitive.
faces every two
Nah,
days.
they
It's
cycle
just
it.
in different.
No,
they
they
do
cycle it.
a good job of mixing the
You
matches.
see a
but
pattern.
it's-
You see
We're
a
in a new
pattern.
we're in a news cycle right now. That's why you're seeing.
Listen,
Yeah.
yeah, we got Daniel Bryanson and Brian
because
Bryan Danielson.
6
Bryan
months ago we were
Danielson
getting Kenny and the Bucks every night.
and Mox as like a
know?
tag team now. Like I'm saying, they interchange.
Between
There's
the
a new.
two
There's
shows, you're seeing them. You're seeing certain guys on one show and certain guys on the other show. For a couple weeks, it was like Punk would have his matches on Rampage.
Yep.
Then he'll go back to having his matches on
That I agree
Dynamite.
with, yeah, they
and
mix
then
up
you
the
know
days.
you'll bring other they do a good job. I agree with you that it's getting a little. It could get a little overcrowded. I'm sure there's even more surprises to come. I have some bold predictions on where wrestling is going to go later on when we talk about Cody. But the one thing that they could do, a simple fix, is have the Friday show go to 2 hours.
yeah, that's true. Add an extra hour to it.
and I was the other way. It wasn't that I think it's overcrowded. I think they could add more.
Oh,
They
you
should
think
add
so?
a
Oh, my
title.
bad. I misunderstood.
It seems repetitive, but I think they should add more people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, I
to
do.
mix it up. I mean, he's not wrong. Because I mean, I think we kind of talked about it in past episodes of how
Les.
when AEW started in 2019, how like the people they relied on, like the Joey Janela's, the Sunny Kisses, and all those guys, they're not around anymore. They're Joey. I saw something that Joey's not signing with AEW again.
They're not on Dark.
They're
still?
not.
Oh no,
They're not going to re-sign Joey
Right.
because he injured Kingston.
Did he really?
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
I don't watch Dark. I'm not gonna lie, but they're
No,
not.
that's
None of
all right.
those wrestlers are on Dark anymore.
I
Joey
mean,
not Joey.
Janela,
Not
Sonny
really.
Kiss,
No. No.
Not Sonny.
No, not really. But I mean, I'm just saying. Like, I think. I mean, obviously they needed the bodies there. I think that Jeff Hardy's bomb was
Yeah, I
fucking
know. I
nuts,
just
by
saw
the
it.
way.
I was
Yeah, that was crazy.
But yeah, I just, and also I'm rambling here, but Adam Cole walking away with the belt, classic. I love that classic stealing the belt. We haven't seen that in a while. I feel like that hasn't happened
Oh, that's a good. Yeah.
in a decent amount of moments. But
Shocker doesn't happen more often.
I think it should happen more often. I that's one of the aspects I always kind of liked. What is this? Is this the thing?
Yeah. So MJF was talking to a journalist on Thursday.
Oh, the Ariel guy. Yeah.
And he's done this before. Now the question I have for you guys is whether or not he's in character, or if he's speaking some truth.
He's always in.
He's always saying this on. He's done this on. This isn't new, but we haven't touched on this ever because this is the most recent that he's done it. His contract expires in 2024, and at that point, in character or not, he can test free agency. What he's done over multiple podcasts and interviews or whatever platform he's being interviewed on, is always playing up how either he's not signing, which here he said, I'm not signing shit, no shot. That is not something I'd consider unless the number was absolutely astronomical, but even then, I'm not sure I consider it. So this is actually a little different for MJF, because usually what he does is he says if the other side, which is obviously WWE, offered him more money, he's jumping ship.
Right, which
now he's saying
bullshit.
Now he's saying if AEW, he has no intentions to sign with AEW. So
That's not exactly what he was saying. Did you see the interview itself?
no.
So MJF basically said that I'm going to listen to all sides.
Yep.
But I'm
Well,
not
that's
going
what
to
he usually does,
I'm not
yeah.
going to take a hometown discount. I'm going to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. Have everyone give me what I deserve, which is top dollar.
Yeah, I mean he's worth it.
Yeah,
He is. Yeah.
and
He's gonna be worth more in 2024.
But
He said he will not even consider re-signing before his contract is up unless the number is so astronomical that it's the biggest number that is in pro wrestling today.
yeah.
Listen, I think I'm 50-50. I think it's half shoot, half like
I'm
kayfabe.
50-50 too, yeah.
I think he's doing this
It's probably, I would say,
for
70.
to hype it up. I think he's definitely re-signing with AEW. I don't have a doubt in my mind that he isn't.
Yeah, I don't think there's a way TK lets him go.
But I really think he's shooting on Tony Khan. I think he's trying to get the highest maximum amount he's trying to get, and this is his way to do it.
Bro, but he deserves it.
He does, for
He
sure.
deserves it. The thing where
How will he be repackaged if he comes to WWE?
I don't want to see it.
No,
I have
because they'll cut his balls
Yeah,
off.
it's like
Yeah.
I have a bold prediction on how I think WWE might be changing up a little bit. That we'll get into
tell?
later. But even
big
if
market
we're
tease, I
talking
like
about
it.
the state of it now, MJF needs to be careful, because what can happen in WWE, which I don't see happening in AEW, is we've seen this happen a lot where guys are worth a certain number and they're worth so much when they get to WWE from the indies, and then WWE kind of dumbs them down.
Waters them down, cuts their
And
balls off.
the worth,
says,
obviously, at that point, the stock goes down.
Waters
so
down. Yep.
unless there's then a company like AEW comes up and says, hey, no, this is what you're worth. And now John Moxley's paid, for example.
Yep. that's
So,
true.
I mean, either way, he's good, but I don't know if you were getting at the same point, Gary. I don't see him being the same MJF if he goes to WWE.
God, no. Can you imagine if he goes to WWE and comes out with the same promo of that he tried doing with CM Punk and calling himself a Jew boy and all that? Can you imagine?
AEW gets real.
Only if Vince is no longer in charge.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I
Only way it would
do
happen.
not want to see him
Only
with
way.
the handcuffs on and it.
No.
No.
Not at all, for sure.
Not interested in seeing that. Yeah.
No.
I mean,
He would
I-
need creative control, and that's not something that's
I was
going
gonna
to
say
happen.
Yeah,
maybe
he's not
if he
gonna
had
get that.
something going on with the Miz and we can finally squash that beef, but other than
I'm
that,
not even
I have
interested
no.
in that.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not either.
Unless maybe the Miz comes to AEW.
No, thank you.
Nah, that's not happening. Even trade? I mean, it's not even an even trade.
No.
It's not even
No.
true. No.
No.
But I'd rather see Miz go to AEW than MJF go to WWE.
Oh.
Settled, or we want to leave that for a different day. Or
You'd rather see Miz go to AEW than MJF go to WWE?
100%.
I'll take that.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll take that.
No, thank you.
So you'd rather the other way around?
I would rather a talent be wasted than me having to sit through fucking Miz in a show that I usually enjoy.
That's understandable.
All right.
Miz
You-
would
you-
never
you
though.
convinced me of
Miz-
something, Gary.
Miz is E through and through. I think. I don't think he's.
He won't have a.
I don't
He
know.
won't have
he's
a
an
jump ship.
ambassador at this point.
Yeah.
But I'd like to think of MJF in the same way. Hopefully, we'll see.
I think
guess,
so too.
but-
I think this is a character thing, 100%.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I think
So-
MJF he's a pillar, bro. Like,
He is keeping kayfabe alive single-handedly.
Sure
I
he is.
love it.
yep. Oh yeah. Happy birthday to the dead man and soon to be Hall of Famer, Big Taker.
Rest in peace.
We're gonna pay some tribute here
This
and
one's
go
gotta be
over
back.
our favorite Undertaker moments.
Oh, you want me to start?
Go ahead, Scotty.
All right.
Mac.
Well, I'm gonna go with the classic Scotty Mac move and brag that I was there to witness this. The streak being broken.
Oh,
Wow.
That's your
man.
favorite
you were
moment
there
for
for
the
that?
Undertaker?
It
New
was
Orleans?
Happy birthday, your streak is
God,
broken.
you were there to see Lesnar break the streak.
New
Sure
Orleans.
was. New Orleans, baby. Yeah, because you know what? That's wrestling history, man.
Did
That-
you like it though when you were there?
You know, I'll be honest. It was weird. I didn't know what to feel. I didn't think it. I like everyone else. I shit you not. If this was in the
Catchphrase.
the what? I shit you not.
I shit you not. Yeah,
Do I say that often?
you need a shirt now.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my merch. I shit you not. It was what the
mask
super.
with like a little turd in the middle.
It was the Superdome down in New Orleans. Is that
Yeah.
it?
Which I want to go.
Silverdome?
How is it down there? By the way,
Silverdome.
side note, I want to like for some reason I'm drawn to
because the Saints are gold and black.
I'm drawn to fucking WrestleMania in New Orleans. It's like always good.
I mean, dude, I cannot tell you how fucking cool Bourbon Street was afterwards.
Yeah.
Especially when Daniel Bryan
Yeah,
won.
because it's like party all
It was
night.
party
There's
central.
No,
It
there's
was,
no, yeah.
Dude, I don't think I got much sleep that night. I think we
Yeah.
were out till at least 3-4 in the morning.
Nice.
And I did see a very drunk William Regal on the street.
Nice.
Did you throw him beads?
I did not throw in beads. No,
Okay.
but I did try. I got a very blurry picture, which I will try to find.
Understandable.
Yeah, you tell.
Yeah. No, because it's history. It what's weird is I remember being like, this match is really. I'm like, why am I looking at my phone at WrestleMania Undertaker Brock Lesnar? Because it was he got actually
Concussed.
I watched a clip of it recently and he was doing the old school on the ropes and you could tell he was out of it. He
Yeah.
was not there at all. Anyway, you could in a dome that can hold 80,000 people, you could hear a fucking pin drop. Like no one said, like I don't think anyone. The crowd did not get alive until the halfway through the triple threat match between Bryan and Batista and Orton. Like the match in between Taker and the main event was the Divas Battle Royal, which I feel bad for those girls because no one gave a shit.
Yeah.
No, because that just happened.
Yeah,
and they just didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Didn't know what to do.
Me and Gary watched that match as we watched so many matches together over the years, and like no one got it. No one got it. And this is the bias in me, and I'm sure you guys are gonna agree. I think that if anyone should have beat the streak, it should have been Shawn Michaels one of the two times that they fought. I was sure as shit that the second time it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Let me interrupt because I disagree, but you're gonna. I had this
But
in my head.
I'm a Taker. So here's the thing with me. I'm also a Taker fan. You know that he's in my top 5. We went through this and all of that. If it wasn't Shawn, then it shouldn't have been anybody.
Who did you think was gonna beat the streak?
I truly thought no one was going to.
Okay,
I thought it should have been CM Punk that year because it was very.
are you ready for the?
That was a close second.
the
That was
spin?
very close second. Yeah.
And you guys, you're gonna. Let me explain.
Say what I think you're gonna say.
Dave Batista.
Nope, not on it.
Dude, if you remember and you watched WWE at that time,
But that's when Taker could still go though.
the hype
Yeah.
behind Batista was insane, bro.
I don't-
Insane. And to this day, I'll never forget it because
And I love Batista.
I'm talking.
actually.
No,
dude,
I love
I'm
Dave.
not being the
I'm
bull,
not-
like
no,
I don't
no,
like
no.
big men.
No,
I
this isn't-
love Batista.
This isn't like a fanboy Batista. This is like if you were involved with that hype at that time.
No,
the
I
way
remember it.
they put him over,
I
I was like,
remember it.
this is gonna happen. I didn't see it any
No.
other way.
I remember it.
Taker could still go in 05 and 06 when Batista.
I know
was-
what you mean because they had you believing it. They had you
I
believing
did.
he was gonna.
I did. I was probably 16 or something, but
they
I
had
did.
you believing
Like,
it.
Fucking
but
Mark.
I do not. I don't agree. I don't think he should have done it.
Can I go back and rewrite how the streak happens? And let me throw the Vince Russo like bullshit. But ready for this? Kane versus The Undertaker. Brothers of the Dead go out
Happens
together.
twice.
I know. But in a Buried Alive, they both get buried alive. End of both of them. Goodbye. Never
But
see
we
you
know
again.
now. We know now at this point
That
that,
does sound like
Undertaker
a shit,
was way too big.
shit Russo. Tape.
I know, but it would be so good, wouldn't it?
It's
Yeah.
a shit Russo.
It would be the end of the, like a closing of
By
the
so
chapter.
good.
With a beard, right?
It was
What
That's
the
why-
fuck was that?
That's some good shit.
By so
Listen,
good, you mean fucking awful? Sure.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be
was
honest. They didn't know he was. They didn't even pick that up on that until he was 7-0, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, he's. Let's roll with this."
Yeah.
Like I watched a doc on it one time, but I
Your Undertaker moment. But after you.
no
get
no
into
problem.
what
No,
you're-
I'll get right into it. But I mean, I hate to be cliche, man. That was like my runner up that I was gonna explain more into was the Batista thing because I really thought Batista was gonna win that time, but
They had you convinced, though. I'll give you that.
they did have me convinced.
Yeah.
So
No,
convinced.
me
Like
too.
mark the fuck out on
Yeah.
that point. But I mean, so many of you are probably gonna agree. Undertaker, Mankind, Hell in the Cell, throwing Mankind off. It's just as much as a Mankind number one as it is for Undertaker number one as me. But I'll never forget that. And when people ask me, "Oh, show me a wrestling match. Why do you like wrestling? What do you?" I'm gonna show them that match. Just even though it's more stunt show than, but it just shows what these guys put themselves through.
That's true. I have shown many a non-wrestling fan that clip, and they're like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah,
that
exactly.
person's
Oh, is this
alive.
real or yeah, it's real,
Right,
bro.
yeah.
There's
Yeah,
no way
hell
of
yeah.
fake falling off.
I mean,
cage.
Mankind, aka Mick Foley, is walking around with pieces of his body missing.
Yeah.
because-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Barely walking around. But still
amazing.
walking
Just
around,
what
yeah.
they did
Yeah.
was crazy. So
Gary the
Gary?
Saint.
Gary.
Let me go opposite my name here.
Ooh. Oh, sorry, you didn't start yet. Go.
One day that mask is going up your ass.
Oh shit! Wow.
Might pay to see it.
The days of the Ministry of Darkness when he crucified Stone Cold
Yeah.
and Stephanie.
And Stephanie, yeah.
That's the shit that like I miss about like wrestling in general is that dark like Karen's calling like stations and being like this satanic shit is ruining
Yeah.
TV.
Satanic
Oh, yeah.
Panic, baby.
Oh.
Super charismatic Undertaker too. That era of
Yeah, he was.
Undertaker.
Yep. And like I mean I'm such a huge Bray Wyatt fan too. So like that dark
You know that without that Taker, there would be no.
There'd be no Fiend.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'd be
No
no
Fiend.
Fiend.
Drives off in the limo.
Speaking of Fiend, real side quest note. Did you see that there was a WWE 2K 2022
Yeah.
storyline,
the Shiend.
The Shiend, that apparently it was supposed to only be for the video game, not for the because they probably would have been shit in real life.
Yeah.
But
And Bray Wyatt also
he
dissolve
would-
that.
Yeah, exactly. So the plan was for Dana Brooke to become the female Fiend, to get revenge on Alexa for what she did to Bray Wyatt during his last match at Mania. Which I mean, I think it would have been much better in the it's in the game, I think, or it was a scrap. No, it was a scrap. It was a scrap
I don't even think Bray Wyatt's in the game.
storyline. No, I don't think he
Yeah.
is. But it was a scrap storyline for the game, and which would have been cool for the game, but not in real life.
Which last year I remember now the Inferno match was his last match.
No, it was one
Fiend?
where
No.
no, it was one where Alexa popped out of the big
RKO.
Yes,
Yeah.
RKO. It was him and
Randy
Randy
Orton.
Orton. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Which reminds me, what's your finisher?
Wait, no, it was. It
in,
was.
2K.
Sorry, go on.
Mine?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten there yet. I'm still.
No? Okay, what's
Yeah.
traditionally your finisher?
I'm all over the place. I edited our podcast. I edited my podcast. So gotta find some time. I don't even
You don't
jerk off anymore, honestly.
Who's cut the time for that?
I can give you one, which goes into another
Not
Undertaker
about
moment.
jerking off, right?
No, not about jerking off. Those I thought we discussed that before.
Great.
The
We're
camera
not-
went
we're
off.
So
we're
what's
not
your 2K
discussing Undertaker
finisher?
jerk
No,
off.
so the second one, my always second go is 5-star frog splash. Undertaker beats RVD for the hardcore title was actually a third Undertaker moment for me.
Dark horse.
Yeah, it is a dark horse. Very slept on, but when I saw it online, I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. I love RVD. Huge RVD. What was the
Are
chuckle
you also a
about?
Matt fan?
What was the
Matt
chuckle
Riddle fan?
about? A who?
Matt Riddle fan?
Yeah. All right. Dude, how do you compare RVD to Matt Riddle?
Just because they're stoned?
Because they're not. It's two totally different stoners.
Yeah.
Matt Riddle's like, Spicoli
like
or a
you
pizza
know,
stoner.
like you know that he's stoned, and RVD's
yeah,
just like
RVD's like, I'm
Yeah.
in a zen, like meditate,
Yeah.
smoke weed, and then
Yes.
kick the shit out of you, stoner.
chilling. Like he measures what he's smoking.
Yeah.
He's chilling. Matt Riddle is like just recklessly
How
like,
dare you.
yo,
How dare you talk about RVD?
I love Matt
like
Riddle.
he's bragging
Okay.
about going to the dispensary.
Riddle's great.
You're
Nah,
still
I
talking
love
about Riddle.
too, but
Yeah, and
What does
Not
that have to do with
RVD.
the much greater and better RVD?
the whole fucking show, baby.
Whole show,
I don't know,
baby.
but he's much better.
What? All right,
I'm gonna give
yeah,
you,
Jimmy.
what's your
Undertaker?
Undertaker?
moment.
Yeah.
and you guys are gonna be shocked, but Undertaker retiring Shawn Michaels at their second match, which was the better match, which was one of
Yes.
the greatest matches of all time to me.
Absolutely correct.
The runner-up is, once again, Taker and Shawn, Hell in a Cell. That's gotta be Kane.
Way to double down on greatness.
The first one, yeah.
Just
That's
how
gotta
that
be.
how
That's
that match
gotta be.
ended, the drama.
That's gotta be Kane.
Oh my god.
It was so good. It as a kid, that was like holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
So we can almost say the two best Undertaker moments ever, possibly because Shawn Michaels was in them. What do you think, Gary? Yes.
Yes.
And Undertaker has said multiple
We said a lot of
times-
different things about the Undertaker tonight.
Did he ever talk
So-
good about Bret Hart? I don't think he did.
No, because
Wrong. He wasn't even in there. You didn't even say a Bret Hart moment with Undertaker.
Well, that's true. He didn't.
And
Undertaker's been
this
very
is about
clear.
Undertaker, not Bret Hart.
This has been very.
He
Undertaker,
debuted in 1990.
Undertaker has been very
did.
clear on
So
the
did
fact
Jericho.
There's
that
plenty of time.
the best wrestler he's faced is Shawn Michaels.
That is a fact.
So
Knew how to work.
we always get back here, man. But
I just want to rub it like a dog that pisses on the floor. I just want to take Gary's face and go, Shawn Michaels.
he's not gonna
Right.
like that at all.
Shawn Michaels. Bret Hart was great at technical. Yeah, I'm sure he was. But who you remember? Sexy boy.
Do you have anyone else that we can invite next week?
No, he's gonna keep coming back.
I have to now, Gary. I'm here to stay.
Fuck this shit.
Undertaker has
This
given
asshole
us.
thinks he's a heel.
He is a heel.
Legit heat. I mean,
Do you have a runner-up, Gary? For like your.
No.
Yeah, because it sucked. Do it again.
Mine was
Scotty
great.
Mac.
Give us like a runner-up
Oof.
for a Taker moment. It doesn't matter.
You know what else is a really great one that I was just watching on the E the other night? I'm just a sexy Kurt.
Sexy.
I
That's
make
a
your
nice
ankle
one.
hurt.
That's a nice one.
Oh,
That's
it
a
was
great
so
feud.
fucking good.
We're in the
And
Mania.
then he breaks out into the ankle lock on Sherry Martel. Oh,
That was good. That was really good.
Brilliant.
That's one of Shawn Michaels' best matches of all time.
oh
Versus
yeah.
Kurt.
That probably is his top match of all time because of Kurt Angle.
We'll get there. We're in Mania. We're in Mania festivities,
We are
so
in
this
Mania.
is gonna happen. We're gonna talk about Mania moments and shit.
Mania season.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We gotta have a
I'm
Mania
just a
episode.
sexy
Oh, yeah,
We're
yeah,
announcing
for
it
sure.
now.
I got
bonus
I got
Mania
another
episode.
Next week.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. Bonus Mania episode, best Mania moments and shit.
Probably one of the
Ooh.
best WrestleManias ever. I mean,
That doesn't
Shawn
say
Michaels was in
X7,
it,
so
so-
you're wrong there, Hollywood. Sorry.
19, 10.
X7.
19's your favorite one?
Oh, hardcore.
That's my guy right there, bro.
17.
it was
Michaels
not a
versus-
bad match on that.
Michaels
that's
versus
Jericho.
Jericho.
That was
Yep.
that was good.
Yep. Even Matt Hardy versus Ray was brilliant. Like,
Actually, on the podcast that you had us listen to, the Jericho and Kurt talked about that, about how Sean said Brock fucked his own finisher up, so he knew that their match with his match with Chris was better than Kurt and
Sean
Brock.
thought that, yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of
Which
funny.
isn't true, but
Well, I mean, it is true, but
no.
yeah.
WrestleMania
No.
20.
No.
Yeah.
Brock versus Kurt was
Yeah.
the greatest match of all time.
Repeat that.
WrestleMania 20.
Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle, WrestleMania 19, greatest match of all time, easily.
Honestly,
Okay. The one that almost botched and almost
No,
broke
I don't wanna hear
Lesnar's
that.
neck.
That part made that match.
Did it though?
It
It
does.
did.
To this day,
It
does.
showed how badly Brock Lesnar wanted to beat Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
He went out of his wheelhouse.
I'll give you that, but it's not the greatest WrestleMania.
Oh, 100. It's the greatest match of all time, period.
It's one of it.
Perfect. It's a
All
perfect
around
match.
It's hard,
19?
man.
What do you
Yep.
what do you
I mean-
what are you
No,
smoking?
just that
Because
match.
I would like some.
Wait, that match.
I don't need to.
That match is the greatest of all time.
Easily.
Okay.
He's kind of right. I have to run through my catalog of
That
matches,
match
but
is a perfect.
if Kurt Angle would have scooted over a little, like just
No,
said,
wait.
"Whoa,"
Kurt versus
he would have hit that, and you would be saying the same
Brock
thing
Lesnar
right
landed
Kurt
on
now.
his
versus
neck.
Brock is the greatest match of all time.
It's up there, top
Man,
five.
how-
yeah, it
how
is.
is-
No, number one.
He's
I
saying
have
greatest
number
match
one
of
of
all
all
time.
time.
I can't go through my catalog of in my head
You're
right
not putting
now.
that over a Michaels match, though. I know that.
It's number one of all time.
It's not number one.
Number one easily.
I could understand why it's your number one.
All right, top
respectfully,
three,
though, Kurt Angle.
top three,
I would put it
or
in top
something.
5.
Number one.
But it's up there.
can't- I
How
can't
are you?
have it.
How are you this consistently wrong about things? I don't like
Anything
like,
Brock
best match
Lesnar is
ever?
gold for one. I don't know how you feel
Especially
about
young-
Brock
No,
Lesnar.
I love Brock.
Shawn Michaels and Brock
Gary
Lesnar
saw
are
me
like
fucking jump up and
neck
down when
and
Brock
neck
came back.
to me. Neck and neck.
But that's insane. Like hold on, I just want to like the greatest match ever of all the matches ever put out, ever.
Right. Against
Ever.
two of the best amateur wrestlers of all time coming together in the main event of the greatest WrestleMania of all time. Yeah, that is.
It's up there. I'm gonna rewatch it now, Gary.
Jared-
I haven't watched it in a while, but it's my top.
Jared-
One's an
Jericho, Shawn
Olympic gold
Michaels
medalist who did
outside
it
it.
with a broken freaking neck.
Right.
Not
And the
an
other one
amateur.
dominates any sport he goes to.
And not for nothing, but
Wrestling,
that miss. I'm not gonna
UFC.
take away from that match just because of that miss.
Professional wrestling.
There's one
I
sport
mean-
he did not master, and that's the NFL.
That's because he was fucking hurting his teammates.
He was on the Minnesota Vikings,
will
which is
say-
my favorite football team.
I will say too,
Yeah, favorite wrestler on my
that
favorite football
match,
team. I cheered
that
for him in
match
UFC.
should not lose points for that botch because Brock is a savage.
I think that adds points to that fucking match.
Yeah, I think
It
so,
does.
too.
It really
Yeah, I think
does.
so, too.
If he would have hit it, would that match have been better or worse?
Yeah.
Better because
Better.
nobody got hurt and he hit it.
He didn't
And
actually.
that
No, he
sense,
didn't.
but-
Yeah, he didn't actually get hurt. Luckily,
He was concussed. He had to leave in an ambulance.
Well, he was concussed,
But
yeah,
I think
but-
we all remember it because he botched it, and we were like, "Holy shit!" Like,
Yeah.
Just thought we
Yeah.
saw a dude
Yeah.
die. Yeah.
So, Ric Flair has a podcast I did not know about.
Oh,
It's called
my God.
Ric Flair, with the longest podcast name
The
of
fact that
all
we're even
time.
giving Ric Flair some kind of
That's a
Ric
crazy
Flair
name.
fucking attention right now
Woo
sucks.
Nation Uncensored Podcast, of course.
We got to put the uncensored in
yeah,
there.
we gotta add.
Can we also
words
talk
to
about
if
how
it.
anybody's gonna
decided
have
on
an
how many O's to add to
uncensored,
that?
yeah,
It's
if
Ric
anybody's
Flair.
gonna have an uncensored podcast, it's gonna be the guy who fucking helicopters his
I
penis
was
on a
thinking the same
fucking
thing.
plane.
Why? Which one of you guys did that? Oh, Ric Flair's
Ric Flair.
podcast.
Ric Flair, yeah.
All right.
Did you not?
Okay.
Do you not watch?
No, I watched Darkside, but I didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was one of you
He
guys.
shared
no,
his
no.
thoughts on AJ and compared him to AEW star Bryan Danielson.
Wrong.
AJ is one of the greatest baby faces of all time. When he wants to be, he can be soft and mellow, which he really is in real life. He's a very humble guy. He's very likable. He can do anything. Flair went on to compare former WWE champion Bryan Danielson to AJ Styles, saying Bryan Danielson is very good, but he's not AJ Styles.
Wrong.
That started the debate, of course, on wrestling Twitter, and
even
we're
a
gonna
debate.
have the debate on legit heat if there is one.
I don't think
because-
there is because they're way too totally different styles.
Yes, but
And-
just like Sean, so it's very. I'm gonna say something.
Say it.
It's very, very, very comparable to Sean versus Brett, where it's two different styles, but people still compare them.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, you can't compare two wrestlers and say one's better than the other.
Sure.
In the Sean versus Brett argument, I will say Sean. AJ in that position is Sean, and Bryan Danielson is clearly Brett. In that argument, I would go Bryan Danielson.
Yeah,
But
me
you
too.
Can't now.
Yeah.
Now that you just set it up like that, you
No,
diverge
no.
the whole either.
I
Now
did.
it's either one or the other now.
But
Don't favor. Don't
No.
da da da. Because let me tell you something. I already
come down the
what
line
you said
eventually.
to me already went through my head,
And it
I
makes
got
sense.
I got sick to my stomach. And now I have the way you just explain it.
Yeah.
I have to say AJ
You have
Styles
to
is better
say
than
AJ.
Dan-
I get it.
because that if the technical
So are you-
wrestler's better, the technical wrestler's better.
Are
then.
you saying
It's-
AJ
You can't
is-
just change your mind because it's two different guys.
But Hollywood George, you're
What's-
saying that AJ is
no, as wrestlers though, I'm not gonna.
That's
just,
too broad. As a technical wrestler, as a showman, as an in
No,
ring
as
AJ
all around wrestlers.
AJ is nowhere as much as a showman as Shawn Michaels is. Please don't pump the brakes on that, brother.
Of
That is-
course.
Then-
But he's
No, but
forcing me
as
into a corner.
No. But what the comparison was that AJ's wrestling style is comparable to Sean's.
Okay.
And Bryan Danielson's is comparable to Brett.
All right. I'll give you that.
So people, even though they're two different styles, where AJ and Sean, it's like a little bit
They're
of
the
everything.
acrobats
Little
of
bit,
their
yeah.
time.
Yes.
yeah.
They're the acrobats of their time, but they can pick from they can pick at also brawling and technician and all of that. Bryan Danielson and Bret Hart are more technical wrestlers, and Bryan Danielson has a little bit more of the aggressive side.
Yeah, strong
brawler
style.
type
Strong
of-
style, yeah.
yep.
I'm gonna go Bryan Danielson,
Yes.
Easily.
clear cut.
Easily.
I know I put that very smart comparison in your brain, but I know that you want to say Bryan Danielson.
Listen, it's the fact that last week when I was like, oh, Ring of Honor, I think Ricochet and da da, and you're like, oh, AJ Styles and da. Well, yeah, before all when it was just WWE, WCW's been over for a while. the first face of independent wrestling as a kid when I didn't even watch independent wrestling was AJ Styles. So I've been thinking about just going back. AJ Styles has been a more consistent than a Daniel Bryanson, or you know what I mean. Like I just can't.
That's not fair though.
No, that's not fair because AJ was at least 5 years before Bryan.
And Bryan has
And
also
what,
been
mainstream.
I was thinking more of the injury, which I know you were gonna say.
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
The injury, and AJ was signed to TNA for so long, and Bryan was doing his own independent shit.
Yeah,
Like
I just love that
Bryan was making a name for himself in the independent.
He was.
scene.
Yeah. I just love that Hollywood George called TNA the Indies.
Well, no, not the TNA, but before
But
TNA.
that's what he's known for. That's what
I mean,
Styles was known
TNA,
for.
yeah, TNA put him on. You know what I mean? But when he was in Ring of Honor or like the independent
He
promotion,
did Ring of Honor after.
dude, I've seen him, but like I've seen him wrestle JT Dunn. Like I've never seen him
Yeah, but that's-
wrestle
but that's the
like Daniel Bryanson even approach like a like
AJ
not that
was-
there's anything, but a smaller independent. Like what has Daniel Bryanson done for me
AJ
in wrestling
was-
to call him better than AJ Styles? He's a better technical wrestler. I'll say it again.
Holla at me in
What
like
else?
a year. I'll say a year confidently when Bryan Danielson has won the AEW title, and then you can't argue that.
And I'm going to continue to call him
he's
Daniel
done-
Bryan. That's how
because
much
he's-
do
little
whatever you
respect I
want,
got
so
for
long as you call him the
Exactly.
best
The
wrestler
fact I can't
today.
even remember which one to call him, and
Gary's
I
right.
watch him every week on AEW.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, and Gary knows this, and this is like a lot for me to say. I fucking love Kenny Omega. I swear up and down that he's the greatest wrestler walking the earth, but I can't say that with a straight face when Bryan Danielson is active again.
Fair point.
Guy, you give
On
me
top
the,
of that, Bryan can be the best face, or he can be the worst heel. That's what makes him the best wrestler.
I like his heel.
Oh
Yeah.
hell
AJ's
yes.
not a good heel.
And I'm fucking so surprised
He's
in
fine.
you because
AJ and Omos tag
Bryan
team. You didn't play a
Danielson-
good heel.
That was terrible.
Bryan
That's sort of like,
Danielson-
come
That was
on,
gross.
guys. You
his
guys
whole
out of
ti-
your tree
Bro,
now.
you
They
need-
just
you
gave him
need
that
to
tag
fucking-
You guys are out of your tree.
AJ
You need to
don't know what
fucking
you're
get
talking
it
about.
together, bro. He fucking went to the Shawn Michaels School of Professional Wrestling.
This is the guy you
Bryan
bring on
Danielson.
the podcast. This is the motherfucker
But this-
you bring
Right?
to our crew.
I don't want him in next week. He's so off on everything.
1 week was fine. 2
Oh,
weeks might be
I thought
pushing
this
it.
was a wrestling podcast. Sounds like a toilet store podcast because you guys are just stupid.
toilet store called. They want your face
Yeah,
back.
exactly. Toilet
fuck
store
is a
called me.
toilet store?
They want your podcast back in it. Thank you, Scotty Mac. At least Scotty Mac got it. Exactly.
If you heard my joke,
Bryan Danielson went to the School of Professional Wrestling owned by Shawn Michaels.
He sure
and
did.
clearly didn't learn a fucking thing compared to AJ
All
Styles.
right, yeah, nah,
Out of
I'm
pocket.
you.
Get him, kick him
Sorry.
out, kick him out.
You're
Sorry,
Can
not
Can we get
sorry.
back to the original point
Flag.
of Ric
I don't-
Flair hating WWE but still sucking its dick somehow
Yeah.
and sticking with
to get
WWE's
back
guy?
in.
He
wants
is.
to
His
get
daughter's
back
there.
in.
What is he
He
gonna do?
wants
No,
back
he
He
in.
wants
doesn't.
his
in.
fucking
No,
title
he
back
doesn't.
from
Yes,
WWE.
he does.
He's like, oh
Plays
yeah,
nice while
AJ
shots over
Styles
there.
is the better guy.
Listen.
Shut up.
When is Charlotte Flair's contract up? Can somebody answer me that off the top of their head?
Probably never. She's
Not off the
never
top of my head,
leaving
but
there.
we can look it up.
Listen,
She has a lifetime deal.
it depends. It depends how strong. Let me say, in 2 years, if her contract's up in the next 2 years,
So you're gonna join Ellie Dillo?
yeah. Yep, she is. And she's going to go to AEW,
so-
and that's going to
She-
launch
she
that
is-
promotion
she is
into
a-
the fucking atmosphere. I guarantee you. Tell me.
Can she hang with those people, though?
Like a Randy Orton.
Can those people hang with her?
She is a lifer.
She's
This
they
is the
wrestle
only
two
time I will
totally
not-
different styles.
Yeah, but she can still pull off that extreme. Because she doesn't get a chance to showcase under, but she's outperforming every other woman in WWE by far. In my book, by far,
She has more than a year left on her contract.
more than a year or more than 2 years.
More than a year.
All right, so I can see her going to.
Actually, a year now because this was in 2021. So.
Okay, so I can see her going to AEW if her contract's up in the next 2 years, and you said it's less than that. So yeah,
I mean, she does have a lot of heat in the locker room.
Ric
That's what
Flair
they keep saying.
and you know that Ric Flair and WWE, that I think he's just playing nice, that fake smile, like because his daughter's got the strap on
Well,
her. And
AEW doesn't want anything to do with Rick after the whole allegations of his dick
Yeah.
waving around like a helicopter.
I think AEW is gonna turn. Same thing with.
I don't think AEW. I think Tony's safer on the. He's a lot safer than Vince on that stuff.
Yeah.
Vince is still the same guy who brought Hulk Hogan back, and he will bring Ric Flair back.
Same
You're
guy
gonna have to
that's
stop
given.
pushing buttons though.
And
in
can
a
we also
couple
talk
years.
about how Hulk Hogan not only brought Hulk Hogan back? Oh, Vince McMahon brought Hulk Hogan back. He brought Hulk Hogan back with Titus O'Neil to host a WrestleMania in Tampa Bay.
Like, oh yeah, we're gonna. Guess
Yeah.
what? He's chilling with the fucking black guy.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was.
We're gonna have him chill with the black guy. At
Did you guys see the
WrestleMania."
clip of? I think it was Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley and I think Big E beating up on Hulk Hogan in the new WWE game. Like someone's like it was a triple. It was three. It was Bobby Lashley, Big E, and I think like Cedric or someone else on the apron. And they were Cedric, and they were beating the shit out of Hogan, and it was the funniest fucking thing ever.
What would have made it even more funnier is to slap the black fucking thing on it.
yeah, you're right.
Because Hulk Hogan deserves that.
He definitely
Fucking piece of
deserves
shit.
that. Yeah.
Yep.
I
I won't be sad when he goes.
listen. I just think. What did we even start this topic? Because I'm on Charlotte Flair going to AEW. I don't even know how.
I don't think
she's
she's
Ric
going
Flair's
to
podcast.
AEW.
No, yeah, no.
AJ Styles.
The fact that Ric Flair has the fact
that he has a podcast.
What else?
It's true though.
What else?
What
is
else is he
attention whore gonna do with his
it's
life?
True. It's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Thanks, Angle.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody, what is you
It's true.
doing,
It's
boy?
true.
on
My
our
goodness.
mind every fucking week
I don't.
until WrestleMania and probably after WrestleMania.
Can we talk about how this conversation is benefiting both promotions so perfectly?
Yeah, that is a solid point.
AEW is going to get back the greatest heel they've ever had, and WWE is gaining all these ratings. And everyone's going to be so disappointed when Seth Rollins faces Veer at WrestleMania.
Somebody's ratings are going to plummet once he goes somewhere. After WrestleMania, I don't think it even matters where he goes. If he doesn't show up at WrestleMania,
Does he come out to the new
WWE's
theme?
gonna-
Does he come out to Smoke and Mirrors? Does he come out to the Stardust theme?
they're going to look like
does he
assholes.
do?
Just like you two when he doesn't show up at
He's
WrestleMania.
fucking coming. That's it.
Veer is coming.
And
I'll have
also,
more faith in
Does
that
anyone
than-
actually think that Cody Rhodes is going to draw more eyeballs to WWE? Is anyone switching
Yes.
the
Way
channel?
more than Veer is.
I have a bold.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's still not happening.
Well,
They draw the same amount of eyeballs.
All right, I know where you guys' opinions stand. You're sticking to your guns, and I respect that. If he were to come back, what do you think he's doing?
Stardust. Wait, the first month?
Just in general.
Oh, all right. So if he does come back, he faces Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. He does some mid card shit, and then he goes down to Stardust for the next 2 years.
so you think it's a 3-year deal?
Hollywood George.
I think the
Standard.
only way he comes back, because I don't think he needs the money. I don't care what check they're cutting him. He hand grew AEW. So unless they're giving him anything less than a title shot eventually, I don't.
Well, they are. They're allegedly giving him the winner of Roman Brock at Backlash.
Yes.
In PVD.
That's a spicy rumor.
Is that a contention of who Seth Rollins faces at WrestleMania? Or are you guys
No,
just
it's
throwing that out
it's
there?
just-
No,
it's a rumor.
it's a huge rumor now.
All right.
Just like the Cody thing was
Just
a rumor.
like, you know
and
what?
it's
Rumor,
becoming-
rumor, Cody rumor, the coming to W. It's all
What are you, Stevie Nicks?
it's all shit. It's not happening. I love Stevie Nicks. She's great.
yeah.
Shout out to Stevie Nicks. He's not come back unless they offer him a title shot. He has enough money. He's got AEW.
Still
I
don't
don't
think
see
title
him.
shot's worth it.
And would you even watch it if he was just a mid Carter and you wouldn't even
No.
give a shit,
He's
right?
If he
gonna
was
be a
the champion, I
mid-carder.
wouldn't be watching WWE.
I would
Yeah,
watch it if he was the
that's
champion.
fair.
I have.
You would flick it.
Cody's not going to make me watch WWE.
Not even for a second. See what
No.
it looks like with the
Cody's
strap
not
on
gonna
him.
make me watch it.
Nope. I will watch Twitter.
I have
That's
a
fair.
very,
Twitter
very,
pictures.
very bold prediction. Cody Rhodes is coming back. He is facing Rollins. I'm taking him coming back between the start of Raw next week or just the Hardy treatment, just straight up at Mania. He's gonna beat Seth Rollins. He's then gonna go for the Unified Championship, which
isn't?
is probably gonna be Roman Reigns,
Probably.
most likely.
Because is Brock done?
Probably
After this?
for now.
Hope not.
We'll
A little
see.
bit? Okay.
We'll see.
Sure.
After that, either he wins and that'll make the marks go fucking crazy.
Lose
He wins.
their
He wins the
mind.
Unified Championship.
He
If
beats Roman Reigns. He's the one to beat Roman Reigns.
We'll see. You pay the man. Money talks.
Are we going to talk about this next week?
Yes.
Okay.
We could talk about it now still too, but hold on. They pay the man. Money talks. I've been saying that the last couple weeks. They pay the man a crazy amount of money. They have the money. We all agreed on that.
They do have the money.
They pay the man. They give him a championship off of someone, let's assume, like Roman Reigns, who hasn't lost to anyone. He's buried every one of your fucking favorites.
He has.
Including Finn Balor, Brock Lesnar,
Goldberg.
anyone you could fucking think of.
Kevin Owens.
Whose favorite's a Goldberg?
Yours.
Not
Not
mine.
mine.
Not mine. I don't think anybody.
Okay, good.
He does all of that,
His son.
right? And then when he's done with when he's done with his run, an even more important position for Cody, because we know that he wanted to do the booking for AEW and Tony took over the booking.
We don't know that. That's the rumor.
That's what the rumor is.
AEW.
But if WWE is in desperate need of creative help, financially they're good. Everybody knows that.
They need help creatively.
Desperate need of creative help. They just stole NXT from Hunter, who was doing a great job.
That's fine. They could steal NXT, but guess what? Now WWE needs desperate creative help.
Yeah, they really
So this might be me shooting very, very high, but I think Cody takes a creative position in WWE. Whether he wins the unified championship or not, that's just a big rumor. But I think that whether he wins that or not, he's gonna somewhere down the line he's gonna be working behind the scenes creatively, because we've seen him do it in AEW where at some point he was booking before Tony started doing it, and he was also wrestling at the same time.
Though, can we agree that it got better once Tony took over?
It did. When Tony, but also, I also have to say to that,
There's more shoot with Cody.
Mr. Mac,
is
I think that Tony also, during the Tony booking era, he got a little more luckier because there's more people now.
That is fair too. Yes,
So who only knows how Cody would have done it. Tony's been doing fantastic.
And we don't know that Cody's not the one still booking.
Well,
we'll see.
That's fair, because that's true. If that was the case, then Cody was kind of working with shit, and now Tony is working with gold.
Yep.
Every now and then, Dynamite misses. Every now and then, AEW's not perfect.
Yeah.
But WWE is beyond, they fucking need help so bad. And who better to bring in if Cody truly left AEW? Who better to bring in than the man who was booking, who brought AEW to where it is right now?
I have an idea. How about Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff? Oh, right. They had them on staff a year ago and then said, fuck you.
Yeah, they did. They sure did.
Way better than Cody Rhodes.
I don't know about way better than Cody Rhodes, but at least it's up
creatively.
there.
I think way better than Anthony.
I could argue that they
in those three. I would say
it's possible that they aged out a little bit.
Maybe I would say in that
Paul Heyman.
No, it would be Paul, Cody, Bischoff as far as creatively.
Yeah,
I think.
I just don't. I don't want to see them. I don't want to see anything except a strap on him. If they don't, it's a waste of time. I don't think he cares about being with them creatively. I really honestly don't.
They got to put a strap on him. I agree with that. But my thing is,
why do you guys want to see him with strap-ons?
What we all predicted.
That's why it's not going to go on YouTube.
I've talked to you about that at the barbershop. I've talked to you about that, and I've talked to you about that multiple times. When AEW came up, the number one thing that most wrestling fans said, the smart ones, is that this is at some point, and it's taking a fucking long time, at some point this is going to make WWE better.
Yeah.
Whether Vince fucking buys it or which is not going to happen because he doesn't have that type of money, whether he buys it or something like this happens where there's an opportunity to take someone like Cody who can, from the inside, make WWE even a little bit better, where they don't have to rely on guys like Brock and fucking Goldberg, Christ knows why, and fucking 4 celebrities at WrestleMania.
Way too many.
Cody's someone who can take the talent that they have and probably even bring some over, and make WWE, as good as it was at least 5 or 6 years ago.
I'd say that.
So if he comes in and loses to Seth Rollins, do you think he had anything to do with it creatively, or you just think they were like, come and lose and then we'll give you a job?
He's not losing to Rollins. I say that 100%.
So
with 100%
I love that.
too.
I love that because you know what that means? Even if I'm wrong and he shows up at WrestleMania, if he loses, I get to see the disappointment on your face when next time I see you.
Yeah, you have a chance. But
so all these rumors are true, and he goes on to face Reigns.
I don't know if that's still 100% what's going to happen.
Who knows? Who knows?
What do you think? What would be the best case scenario? That he's the one that takes the belt off Reigns?
I think a humble little Cody Rhodes return is that he comes back, he faces Rollins at Mania. That makes the most sense, and that's why I think that's a huge rumor, is him facing Roman. But what will happen on screen, I guess, the most humble comeback he can have, I guess, is just him facing Rollins and then doing nothing to wrestling fans, to the naked eye when you watch the program. But it's going to make the program better because he will work behind the scenes. He's not gonna come back face Rollins and then you're not gonna see him and you're like, what the fuck is Cody doing? Where'd he go? No, he's doing something for the company at that point. Yeah. But we'll see. I don't know the timeline of all of it. I can't give you like a 100% what I could just give you what I think is gonna happen, which is gonna happen.
I mean, listen, after Mania, the only thing for Cody and Brandy to do is to face off against Miz and Maurice, and that's about it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm sorry, it's been itching at me. It's Cody Rhodes, Aris, but listen,
is it the syphilis?
No, that's been cured. You keep with the Cody Rhodes and Reigns. Oh, so what did Cody Rhodes? You keep Cody Rhodes and Reigns in like Brock Lesnar's just a squash. He's Brock fucking Lesnar, and this is what the point I want to bring up. To me, if Brock Lesnar beats Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, Brock Lesnar is better than Shawn Michaels. He's better than Ric Flair. He's the greatest of all time. If he loses, then the WWE has. If he loses, then the WWE.
I don't fucking know who this guy.
Brock Lesnar's great. He's the greatest wrestler of all time. I don't care. The youngest King of the Ring of all time. The youngest Royal Rumble winner of all time. The youngest heavyweight champion of all time before Randy Orton. I mean, he's just he beat the Undertaker. He beat the streak.
Oh,
he beat the streak.
Sound like what Vince wants you to sound
beat
like.
the streak. No.
You sound like what Vince wants you to sound like.
I'm telling you.
Vince wants people
am I
to
wrong or
believe
am I right?
You're wrong.
If he beats Roman Reigns, you're not gonna say he's
number
the greatest
one.
of all time.
You're smoking fucking crack. Number two.
He's involved in the greatest
Number
match
two.
of all time, in your opinion, but not the greatest wrestler. of all time.
Number one. You're
I wouldn't put him
smoking
in the top 10.
fucking
Oh my
crack.
gosh, top.
Number two, do you have fucking crack in there? What do you have? Fucking crushed up
No,
crack? Do people
crack
drink
doesn't come in powdered
I don't
form.
fucking know.
Not yet, it doesn't.
I don't know. Concentrated. I
Crystal
have no
Light now.
idea.
Yeah, it's
number
Crystal
one.
Light.
Number one. Yeah, it's Crystal Light. It's Crystal. That's
Crystal,
Crystal
bitch.
meth.
Oh, boy.
Listen,
Number two, Roman Reigns is gonna smash Brock Lesnar. at WrestleMania.
I will put whatever you want to put on it.
Yeah.
I will put. Listen,
Live right
I
here,
will
you
come
see
to
it
this
first. Well, not
podcast,
first,
right?
but you know what I
Some heat
mean.
points.
however you want me to dress, and you come however I want you to dress.
Oh, can we make it?
Depending on who wins,
Can we
Roman
make it
Reigns
like
or
a?
Brock Lesnar.
Can we make it like a fantasy football thing where you have to dress like a fucking idiot if you lose?
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Come dress
Okay.
as Stardust.
Hold on a second.
Yes.
I'm gonna fucking
Yes.
do it to you. Your manhood versus my manhood.
All right, let's go.
Hair versus beard. Let's fucking do it. Hair versus beard. I'm growing my shit out right now.
let me even look. Do you even have
Look,
enough hair to
I'm
compete with
fucking
my
at
beard?
that awkward stage where I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm fucking
Ladies and
holding
gentlemen,
on.
You just heard it here first.
All right, then I'm
Legit
gonna
heat.
up the ante
first
right now.
match. The first match, we're gonna have a hair
Skin
versus
to
beard
skin.
match.
I razor shave my beard, or you razor shave your head, and I'll shake on it right now. You have that much faith in
I
Roman
didn't
Reigns?
say bald.
No. So all
didn't
right,
say
so
bald.
just for the record,
No.
you don't know if Roman Reigns is going to win for sure.
I do. I'm not
So you
saying,
do.
No, I don't want to do bald.
I mean, no, they already know who's going to win. So,
So, all right.
you're so confident Roman Reigns is going to
Yeah,
win.
Roman Reigns is gonna fucking smash Brock Lesnar. If anything else happens, it's a push.
But if you're right,
If there's a
then he goes
disqualification,
He's setting you up for next week. He's setting you up.
No. If any, let's talk about it now. Because if there's a disqualification or anything like that, it's a push.
then you both shave.
No. It's a push.
We'll stay
Respectfully.
careful. You shave if it's
You
you
fucking
shave.
shave.
Yeah. If it's a matter of
I ain't
fact,
taking
if
this
it's whether we do the bet or not, if it's a draw,
No. We're
Gary
gonna do you want to do
shaves.
the bet? Look at me and my
Yes,
take
you
your
do.
fucking glasses off. You want to do the bet?
I won't take my glass. You know what I'm going to do to you?
Do this. Yeah, there we fucking go. That's a nice rocky eyebrow. I'll
That's
give you
good.
that. If
they're
there's
higher for
anything
you.
else that happens, it's a push. You want to do this fucking bet?
We'll do the bet. Are you going to be able to handle
Hair
that?
versus beard.
Are you going to be able to
Clean
handle
shave.
that? Clean shave.
Razor?
A one on the buzzer or a razor,
We
whatever
have
you
it
want.
here
You tell
first,
me right
ladies and
now.
gentlemen. This is
What
it.
can you handle?
This is going to be the match
Razor, we can do
of
it.
You want to
the
razor
year.
shave
Yeah.
it? All right, razor
Live
shave
on
it
the
is.
show.
If you can't
Live.
handle it, your barber.
I
can
got
do
it. Real.
All right. I know your barber too.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's because you guys at
very
the same
close,
shop.
yeah.
That's
Looks
like
like you're gonna be out on a job soon.
Notice we're at the same shop, but I go to the other guy, not him.
Oh. Now that's
And
something-
that's it for this week. We'll talk to you next time at.
I'm too booked. Listen.
I'm too booked.
Listen. Nah, that's his loyal. That's the guy he's loyal to. Roman Reigns is gonna smash Brock Lesnar.
I don't think so at all.
We'll
You
see.
might give a good
see.
haircut, but you're a shitty wrestling match predictor. You're fucking absolutely
Well,
wrong.
we shall see.
We shall see.
The razor shall see.
Guys,
The Razor Ramon
I think
Memorial.
that's gonna be the best way
you
to
guys
end it.
gonna have a bet? What the fuck? We're gonna have the only bet. You guys,
I know,
you guys,
you
gonna
guys
have a
do
Oh,
that.
we
bet?
can't live up to this shit. We'll save this shit for
All right, next
yeah,
week you
we'll-
better have
hype
a
is
fucking
too
bet.
real.
How about that?
Man,
All right.
Yeah.
We'll have a mask
You
versus
guys,
Jersey
think
match.
of one till next time. Yeah.
This is
Mask
my gimmick. I
versus
can't.
Jersey
I can't lose
match.
this though.
Mask versus Jersey match. All right.
I love it.
This has been episode 7 of Legit Heat. We will be back next week with more WrestleMania talk, with most likely a WrestleMania bonus episode.
And
Look
so-
out for it.
And a lot of nonsense.
And
per
also,
usual.
don't fucking comment in the comments talking shit to my boy Hollywood George.
Let him
Actually,
talk
do it.
shit.
Please fucking do it.
Jimmy,
Keep
why
it
do you
up.
think I don't like the? I love the Heat. You know why? Because anybody that comments in the comments towards me,
Yeah.
I know you do it because I'm better than you. I look better than you. I smell better than you.
That's
Your
a lot
girlfriend
about
says I feel
Smash
better
Mouth.
than you. And everybody in this podcast talks better than you. And that's why you give the heat to me. But that's okay. I'll give it right back. Feel free.
Fucking Marks.
Comment, listen. Give me your concerns. Not that I give a shit, but go ahead.
Fucking Marks.
You guys can't be
This
stealing
is-
my shit.
This is
Fuck off.
This is your mother's favorite wrestling podcast.
My
She
mom
tells
does love
you.
this.
She tells you to go to sleep and turn that fucking crap off, and then she goes upstairs and puts it on her big fucking 55-inch Samsung, and
Listens
you know what
every
she's
night.
doing.
Lights a
I
couple
hear her screaming
candles,
Scotty
get the
Gary,
mood
Jimmy.
lighting.
You
every
hear that
night.
fucking
She
sound?
loves
She's
it.
not making Velveeta, baby. She's watching Legit Heat. I'm fucking done here, all right?
Put on some Barry White.
I'm done.